Hey guys, Lizardlea here for Christmas Minis Wreath. Might end up being Wreath with bells, because there's more than one wreath in here, but this is it. There we go. Finally one that has the full image displayed on here somewhere. I don't really have anything to talk about. I had a really busy week, so I ended up doing narration this morning. That's why I'm starting so late. It's 8:44, so it's almost 9 already. So I'm gonna go cross stitch.
Merry Christmas, everyone! So, my videos have not all been posted to YouTube, but I just want to let you know I have finished all of the ornaments as of today. Well, I finished them all yesterday, actually. I finished the last one, which was December 24th. So, they will get posted. And since I have so many, you guys, I ended up doing 43 of these suckers. I have 43 Christmas ornaments for my coworkers. I know, I'm a little crazy. It's fine. So, I'm going to post more out of order. So generally my videos post 9:30 Pacific Standard Time on Saturday morning, but that it's if I did that with the remaining videos, this wouldn't end until like the summer of 2021, which yeah, that's a little bit ridiculous. So I'm gonna see if I can do some narration today, since I can't spend Christmas with family anyways. When they Zoom, obviously I will go and, Zoom party with them. Otherwise, narration, woo. And David woke up very early this morning and could not go back to sleep. So he was very tired, and now he's back to sleep. So he might join me later, he might not. I have no idea. But yeah, so expect more Christmas ornaments, and there will be many videos, and they will not post regularly. But, the sooner we finish up that, the sooner I get back to Four Heavenly Beasts. I do, however, want to work on some cross stitches for my friends that I have never made any for. So I'm gonna do those. They're all fairly small, or at least the ones that I have planned. So, it won't be ridiculous like for Heavenly Beasts. But yeah, don't expect for Heavenly Beasts as soon as I finish up the Christmas ornament videos. And I think I'm gonna probably spread it out until, at the very least, the rest of December and all of January. Just because it is really nice to have that cushion of, like, right now my right hand is really sore because when I was working on these ornaments, I cut out some mat board, and I don't know if it's the way I hold the scissors, if it's a pair of scissors that I own, or if it's just that the mat board is that resistant, but it really hurt my hand. Like, when that video eventually comes out, you'll see that sometimes I would put on a glove because it would help a little bit. But yeah, so my hand is sore. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of time before I start cross stitching again. Okay, and that's my spiel. So we're gonna go back to the questions that I have. Let's see, it moved. Why did it do that? All right, so I ended on 55, Adrenaline Rush. So 56. If you had to bury treasure, where would you hide it? I wouldn't. Like, if I had, like, a great treasure, I would go to the bank and get a safety deposit box, because that's safer. And, you, like, if it gets stolen, you'll have insurance on it, versus if I bury it in the backyard, someone comes and takes it, there's nothing I can do. Sorry, that's probably not the answer anyone was looking for, but there you go. Okay, and 11 interesting questions to ask a guy. Because those previous ones were all clearly for girls. Am I right? I'm right. Getting close to another guy can be as tricky as it is with girls. Finding interesting questions to ask a guy that not only get him talking, but get him interested and sharing is key. So weird, you guys. Okay, 57. Superman or Batman? So, personally, I find these two superheroes to be like generally the least interesting in their groups. Or, well, I guess they're in the same group, the Justice League. But Superman is just inherently overpowered. Like, he's like, the Goku. He's just, if he tries hard enough and if he believes enough, he will win. Yes, okay, I guess that was leaning more towards Goku, because whatever. But, yeah, like, if you have Superman's weakness, he becomes basically a regular human being in pain. And, like, that's what. Uh, and I think the only interesting thing that has come of that was, I don't know if it was a movie that David and I watched or if it was actually an episode of the Justice League. I want to say it was when Superman was fighting. Was it Apocalypse? No, it wasn't Apocalypse. It was. That's X-Men, isn't it? Apocalypse? Oh heck, I don't know. He was fighting one of the big bads. I don't remember who, but he was just like, every time I fight, I have to walk around like everything is made of cardboard, but now I can go all out. And then, he beats him to death, basically. And, that was cool, because it's like, okay, Superman is more interesting now because he's finally going all out. But then that just makes everything else even less interesting to me, because it's like, all of these other characters are not as strong as this guy, so why are we worried? Like, oh, yes, Superman can't punch him into space because. Oh, wait, no. He could do that, couldn't he? Like, it just, eh. And then Batman is like, the smartest person in the world, basically, or the best detective. And so it's just like, eh. And, he knows all of the martial arts, which I always kind of bothers me in a regular human being, because it's like it took Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee how many years to master the different ones that they learned, and they didn't learn every single one. Like, so I'm just kind of like, eh. I find that very uninteresting, because it's like, and he's apparently a master of all of them. If he was, jack of all trades, master of none, I'd be okay with that. Like, if he learns karate and he goes up against someone else who knows karate and he can't beat them in karate, I can take that. But no, like, from what I understand at least, which, I've made it clear, I don't find him very interesting. I don't do a lot of research on him. It seems like he's a master of all of them, and it's kind of ridiculous to me. Like, yeah. If I had to pick a favorite on the Justice League, I really like J'onn J'onzz. I like the Martian. He's really cool. His powers are very interesting. Also pretty freaking overpowered. But his weakness is fire, which is incredibly easy to come by. Versus with Superman, you have to get kryptonite. And, Lex Luthor has like the market on that or whatever. And with Batman, I don't know, you have to outsmart him, and when he's one of the smartest people in the world, that's pretty freaking hard to do. Or, in the case of Bane, catch him off guard, break his back. It's whatever. Okay. The age-old question, and sure to start a debate if this guy knows his comics. I guess this guy knows her comics, you guys. By the way, for me, guy does not have a male connotation for it. That's why, I start my videos with hey guys. Because hey girls seems very exclusive. Although the majority of my viewers are female, there are some males. And I feel like hey boys is also very exclusive. To me, guys is just a group of people. So I apologize if every time I do an intro, you feel like I'm not talking to you. I am talking to you, I promise. 58. 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck. I mean, I think I would go with the 100 duck-sized horses. I like horses more than ducks. I mean, okay, are these things attacking me? In which case, I think I would still probably go with the 100 duck-sized horses because the beak of a duck and in its regular size freaking hurts. I have never been bit by one, but I've heard you don't want to be bit by a duck, all right? So if it was horse-sized, it could, I'm pretty sure it'd probably be able to kill me. You know, like just, arr. And I'm not interested in that. Versus 100 duck-sized horses. Okay, a duck comes up to, what, a foot and a half? I don't know how tall your average duck is, but a horse does have incredibly powerful jaws, but it's gonna be so small. And like my biggest fear, like when it comes to a horse, if it's gonna kill me, is that it's gonna turn around and hit me with its back legs, because when it rears up on its hind legs and like jackrabbits its front legs, I don't know what the term is called. I'm sorry. Yeah, painful, but not as strong. Versus when they rear up and they get you with their back legs, that could kill you. Like, you do not want to. That's why every time I've gone to a ranch or anything like that, everybody's always like, don't stand behind a horse. Because even if it's not trying to kill you, if it gets its back legs back there, it will kill you. Or, like it could. And you don't want to chance that. And I feel like if there are 100 duck-sized horses coming at me, they're going to be facing me, not away from me. And I don't believe in animal cruelty, but I would drop kick all of those horses to save my own life. I'd really rather not, though. Like, I'd rather just... That would be the cutest thing, you guys. Like, miniature ponies are so adorable, and they're already, like, bigger than me. So, duck-sized ones, that would be the cutest thing ever. Ugh. Okay, 59. If you were given a 1-minute ad slot during the Super Bowl that you couldn't sell, what would you fill it with? I can't sell. Oh, okay, I have to use the 1-minute ad slot. Okay, I thought I was saying it was like a product I couldn't sell, and I was like, I don't understand. What's the point of advertising during the Super Bowl if I'm not going to get money from it? Okay, sorry, I understand now. Well, I mean, I guess cross-stitch videos. I don't know what else I would put on there to interest people in me. Like, I do eventually need to come up with, like, a little 1 to 2 minute snippet for new people coming to my channel so they know what to expect. Just, like, hey, I'm Lizardlea. I cross-stitch. This is what my videos look like. And I speed them up so you can watch my project as I go along. And I do random narration on it that you can totally mute. You don't have to listen to me. It's fine. I need to do that. Because I know a lot of other channels have it. And, it's a nice thing to come into because then people will actually understand what's going on versus when they plop in and I just start reading trivia or random questions or talking about TVs and movies, I don't know. So yeah, it would just be about my YouTube channel. 60. What is the most important object you own? I guess at this point it's my car. I bought a new car at the beginning of the year, right before the virus. So she hasn't been used much because my job allows me to work from home. Yeah, so I got a call from the dealer or whatever, and they're like, hey, yeah, you should bring your car in for maintenance or the regular cleaning or whatever that stuff is very early on. And I was like, my car has gone out like once a month. Like we'll take it to Costco when we have to get a lot of groceries because my car is bigger than David's. But when I don't have to go to work, I don't, have to drive very much, which I'm incredibly grateful for. And personally, I have been really enjoying being able to work from home. I feel like I get more work done this way. I know not everyone feels that way, so I do feel terrible for everybody who's having a really hard time And when it first started, I didn't like it. And it was really awkward because, David would go into work and I'd be the only one home and I wouldn't have anyone to talk to. So, like, for the first month, it was really hard on me. But now I'm kind of at a place where it's like, this is perfect. Like the people that I need to speak to, I can Slack or Zoom them and I can get the answers that I need. But I can have the temperature where I need it. If I want music, I can put it where I want it. I can have the music that I want. I can go to the bathroom whenever I need to without, feeling like I'm being judged for peeing too often, which isn't very often, but it's more often than others. I have a very small bladder, sorry. um, if I, get thirsty or hungry, I can run into the kitchen, get a snack, and run right back, and, it takes like 30 seconds. So it's nice. And I feel like I do take the 10-15 minute breaks that, by law you're supposed to take, versus when I'm in the office, I don't do that. I take my lunch and that's it. And it was the same way at all my previous jobs in retail. Like, I would take the required, you have to clock out and eat break, but I wouldn't take the small 10-15 minute break. Versus when I'm at home, it's like, oh, you know what? I don't have anything to do right now. I'll take a 10-minute break. I'll surf on my phone on Facebook for, 10-15 minutes. I don't know what it is. I think it's 10 minutes. So, and then when I come back, I'm sure there will be an email. And there always is. And then I have something to do. So, it's been working for me. I got way off subject. I'm sorry. I'm going to come back to this. 61. What event in your life would make a good movie? I think Hinterbrand would probably make the best movie just because we did so many cool things there. That's where I did the run and dip. We did a bunch of zip lines, obstacle courses, things like that. It was really fun. It was really interesting. But I don't know, like I didn't participate in sports. So, there wasn't like oh yeah, we won, we were the underdogs story with me. Um I don't know. I feel like Hinterbrand would just be the most interesting. I don't know though. I'm sorry. I guess they could do something on the Pokemon cross stitch, but I feel like that in the end wouldn't be interesting enough for a movie. I feel like that could be like a 2-episode mini series or something. I have no idea. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm terrible at this. 62. On a day held in your honor, what would people have to do? Have fun imagining all the elaborate celebrations of the one and only you. Learn a new crafty project. It wouldn't have to be cross stitch because I know not everyone is inclined towards this, and then not everyone can see this tiny or thread a needle or any of that. But I think honestly, there are a few things that I think everyone should try at least once. And I think everyone should have to work retail. Just because, I went into retail, I was already the person that I put my cart back where it belongs. Even if it's raining and pouring or hailing, my cart is not going to be in the parking lot except for in a designated spot for a cart. Items that I have put in my cart that I've decided, oh, you know what, I actually don't want that, get put back where I found them. I was already doing that. And now I also, I go out of my way. I make sure I smile to the people working there. If they ask if I'm finding everything okay, I'm like, yes, I am. Thank you so much. Versus before, I was really shy, so I would just nod my head and keep walking, which is totally fine. That's totally acceptable. It's just I remembered the people that smiled at me and greeted me and spoke to me kindly much better than I do the people that were shy. And, they actively made me feel better as I was working. But I think it's also important for, the Karens of the world to have a job like that, where it's like, yeah, you are treated like trash here, and you don't get to pick the prices. When they ask you if something is in the back room and you tell them no, it's because you know it's not back there. Like, literally, you guys, the only time I went to the back room is if I knew that it could potentially be back there. And I genuinely did look. I would never had someone pressure me into going back there for something that I knew wouldn't be back there, because I didn't believe in that crap. I'm sorry. I was not, like I said before, I didn't take my extra breaks. So I was not comfortable going back there and just standing around on my phone for 5 minutes. Like that was not something I was into. So yeah, like it happened a lot at Michael's. People would be like, hey, do you have this in the back? And the nice thing about Michael's, at the very least, the one that I worked at, we had bins underneath the shelves. So I'd be like, like if it was the paints, I was like, oh, these are small enough. We don't keep these in the back ever, except for, the day the truck comes in which case I cannot give those to you yet. The replenishment team has to be the one who puts them out because they put them into the system. I would pull out the bin and be like, I can look through here and see if I can find the color you need, though. And like yarn, like the things that were back there were the gigantic canvas, the gigantic canvases, the stretched canvas in particular. Some of the really big notepads would be in the back. Poster paper. What else was back there? Like Christmas trees during Christmas time. A lot of seasonal stuff was kept back there. But small things, they were never kept back in the warehouse at the Michaels that I worked at. And Ross didn't keep anything in the back room. We'd get a shipment every day except for the weekends, and it would go out that day. It would take a while, but it would go out. So, with Ross, it was like, yeah, sorry, I can't get you anything from the back room. Like, we haven't finished unboxing everything yet. Yeah, okay, so, but I think that would help people just become kinder human beings, learning that, yeah, being treated like trash and talked down to just because I ring your stuff up, that's not how you should treat others, So I think working retail, learning a small crafty thing, even if it's just like making a card, excuse me, trying to draw with a pencil or a pen or crayons, or trying to crochet, trying to sew on a button, anything like that. I think that's something people should learn, just because having a hobby that's fun and, isn't competitive, at least not that I know of, I think it's worthwhile. So, on a day held in my honor, people should learn something crafty. I think that'd be fun. I got way off topic again. I'm so sorry. 63. What food combination do you want to ban? Everyone has a food pet peeve. Let him vent about his. I don't. I mean, there are plenty of things that I don't want. Like, I don't want pineapples on my pizza, but I don't care that other people do. I'm a very picky eater, and I've had people judge me for the food that I eat my entire life, and I hate it. Like, we don't have the same taste buds, bro. Like, get out of my life. Leave me alone. Let me enjoy the food that I like. If I'm happy eating this, deal with it. And I don't care if it looks disgusting, alright? Like, I don't think medium rare steak looks good. I don't think any kind of steak looks good, but medium rare steak is delicious. So I would not ban any food combination unless it was, unhealthy, or like to the point that it's going to make you sick or something. I would ban that, because I don't want people getting sick just because they think it tastes good together. But yeah, no, I would not do that. I'll tease people for, when they eat things in a crazy way, but then I'll tell them that I will straight up eat a hot dog right out of the fridge. I'm not kidding you guys, I do that. Buy me a hot dog, just, the really cheap ones that are like 90 calories, and I will pull it right out of the bag in the fridge, and I'll just eat it like that. I don't need a bun, I don't need to heat it up, I don't need anything. So, I don't think I've met anyone that does something weirder than that when they eat food. So, I'm not one to judge, but I will tease anyone, especially if I care about them, because that's how I roll. Alright, we're coming up to the end of this, so Merry Christmas. I hope you guys have a wonderful time, and I hope 2021 brings us many good things. Oh, because we need it at this point.
And that is the end of Christmas Minis Wreath. I got 3 hours and 39 minutes of footage. So this was actually one of the longer ones. If it'll focus.
Focus, focus, focus. Focus, focus, focus.
Focus, focus, focus. There we go. It focused.
Focus, focus.
There we go. So, yay. And yeah, my neck hurts, so I'm gonna take a little break. It's 2 o'clock, so I might get some more stitching in. We'll see. I'm not sure. Do you have anything to add, Hanson?
No, I do not.
Okay. Like, subscribe, share, comment, all that jazz. And I'll see you guys in the next video.